Hello, hello. Alexa, shuffle solfeggio frequencies. Hello. Alexa, shuffle solfeggio frequencies. Team of solfeggio frequencies by Bible Source on Spotify. Hello, hello, everyone. Hey, guys. I'm on YouTube as well today. So if you're catching me on TikTok, cool. If you're catching me on YouTube, awesome. Make sure you're making the switch because on Wednesdays and Sundays, I will be switching over permanently to YouTube. But for now, I'm going to be in both places. Thank you so much. Okay. Make sure you have all your needed tools, your water. Light your candle. I have my hockey puck and my sound alarm. We're going to start in just a few minutes. Today, I wanted to do an Apollo and Gaia rods practice today. And the theme is going to be, I've been thinking a lot of like, yes, video is looking much clearer today. I got a new webcam on the YouTube. So yay. I hate that it doesn't mirror like TikTok does. So I'll have to work with the settings and see if I can figure that out. So yeah, today I want the theme to be light workers. Who are you? Channeling our caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland energy. But who are you if you're not trying to save the world? Because I know, like myself, there are many of you who are awake now because we saw, oh my God, things better change because they're really, really bad here at some point about something, right? And that sort of started our whole spiral rabbit holes into, aha, okay, aliens. Oh my gosh, look, it tracks me. Oh, oh my gosh, I think I did something. Yeah. Okay, I don't know what it's doing now. I obviously did not read the instruction manual on this fancy new camera on YouTube. Hey, Steph. Okay. Fun thing about Steph being here. So Steph is my partner. I put her into trance and we interview beings through her. And yesterday we got to interview a reptilian, an alpha draconian. It was super epic. And what's really funny is two different chat groups that I'm in both sent in information about a show on the channel called Gaia that apparently also unexpectedly a channeler interviewed a reptilian yesterday. And so what a funny little coinky dink, if you still believe in those. What if you don't and you know what's really going on? What a happy little sign from above letting us know, yep, we're really doing this. We're really somehow we ended up becoming diplomats to aliens. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that today too. Okay, so it is 1:03. Let us begin. I'm going to ring the bell. Class is officially started. I demand release from all control, communication, and influence of my thoughts, feelings, words, and deeds. I demand release from all control, influence, and communication of my thoughts, feelings, words, and deeds. I demand release from all control, communication, and influence of my thoughts, feelings, words, and deeds. And we do our white light pyramid, y'all. Let's do it. Loving the connection with reptilians. I had some on my team. Yeah, it's pretty dang cool. Now I don't know how to make this camera stop moving, so I'm like, stop. I think it's like a hand signal. Stop. But who knows? Anyway, all right, close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. I want us to imagine a bright ball of white light that comes down from source into the room that you're in, where it settles right on top of your head and slowly starts to emerge in through your crown chakra. Moves down your chakras where it finds your heart space and anchors in. It starts to pulse and expand and swirl and begins to fill your entire body with this shimmering white light. And as the light fills up your entire body, it continues to expand. It takes on the form of a white light pyramid that completely envelops your body, with the peak about 20 feet above your head and the 4 points touching the ground. I want you to imagine a beam of light that shoots down from source, through the tip of your pyramid, through all of your chakras, down through the base, where it continues and connects to the center of the earth. And if you'd like, you can also imagine a beam of light that shoots forward from your heart space and connects to my pyramid of light as well, so that all of us are connected in this closed channel. With our white light pyramid activated now, we are completely protected, and we only allow truth, love, and wisdom to enter. Okay, then you can ask for a physical confirmation or signal from your team that the white light has been activated and sends in. I felt a little bit of a zing all through my body, so I'll take that as a sign. Okay, now that moves us to grabbing our tools. So whether you're using pendulum or rods, I'm using rods today because it's better for showing everyone what's going on. Okay. You can also use your body test, muscle testing as well. All right, y'all, let's begin. So now we've done our protections. I'd like to call in. First, let's start with calling in Gaia. Gaia, I'd like to call you today. Yes. And Gaia, was my white light activated? Yes. And so if you don't receive like a significant signal, ask. And so, but the more you do ask for a physical signal, is it true that they will get stronger? Yeah. And that answered quickly, but would you say that that is true? The more you ask, the stronger the signal and the detections will get. Yes. Okay. So I also today wanted to call in Apollo again, but specifically because so yesterday in the reptilian interview, I don't know if you guys caught me talking a little bit about Gaia's consciousness and sort of referencing it sort of to like a divine artificial intelligence. Yeah. And again, I know I repeat the same books over and over again because this one's so good, but it's called Carl's Dungeon Crawler, and it really talks about a world in which a human named Carl and his pet cat named Princess Donut find out that aliens are real and that they sort of own Earth, and that Earth has a divine consciousness. Let's get artificial intelligence. And in the book, it doesn't go well. It's like goes crazy and hijinks occur, but it introduces an interesting idea, which we're learning is true, that there is a connection between the consciousness we know as Gaia and alien technology in the form of upgrades. Like that's how I see it. Is like it feels like planets have a consciousness, yes, but it's like this one has been altered, just like we have been. And if you want to learn more about that, the book that I'm reading again, I always call it the same thing, and I know it's wrong, but it's close enough. It's called Women's Wisdom of Lemuria, and it's channeled book by Cryon, who's sort of like a more veteran Bashar. Would you say like he's like a older Bashar? Like he's been giving messages for longer than Bashar, basically. Yay! Yeah, hey, I need to. So check out his work because his work really resonates. And would you say that most of it is true? Yes. Would you say all of Cryon's work is true? Okay. Yes. So Cryon is a trustworthy source of information. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Bruce is reading it. I just started it the other day. It's incredible how timely and how a lot of the stuff we've been covering is exactly the same. It overlaps. So pretty neat. But what's interesting is, okay, in our recent developments, when it's hard to apply these frameworks because obviously I know I'm talking to Gaia, the literal consciousness of our humongous planet Earth. Yeah. But I also know that just the other day I had an interview in which the consciousness of Gaia and Apollo had an interview together as if they were like a couple, like a physically embodied couple. And I know that's not always true, and it's fun to imagine it, but we're learning that even if it's not as physical as humans get to it, they are indeed like experiencing some sort of energetic coupling that we would compare as similar. I'm getting a yes. And so this is why this is interesting, because obviously we know Gaia is going through a massive upgrade again. Yes, we would call this the shift to 5D. Her entire, how I see it is like her entire mainframe is being rewritten, upgraded. Yeah. Like the entire server is changing location. Yes. Changing vibration and therefore like location. Yeah. And so that's a big deal. But we're learning that it's like a combined effort. You know, obviously it's a group project. Humans are playing more of a part in it than maybe we think. Yes. Especially us volunteers, aka light workers who came here to do that. And so I wanted to talk about this. So the theme of today's Rod's practice is, hey, light workers, if the main mission here on this planet is to embody your authenticity, your truth, and express it, share it. Okay, then step one is, who are you? We go back to the caterpillar question from Alice in Wonderland. Who are you? It's such an important one, and one that we really struggle to answer, because I know that I struggled to answer this one because it felt like so much of my identity in my awakening was wrapped up into wanting to save the world. And it was like, I realized that I had all this, like, you know, anxiety and fear and rage and want to change everything. But even us awakened can lose ourselves to this like fight when we are forgetting that, I've said it before, but the number one, I would say the number one and number two weapons of mass awakening and change in this game we call life on Earth, is joy and authenticity. And so it's a little counterintuitive to those who are like, we consider ourselves like warriors for justice. So the fight isn't as masculine. It's a lot more feminine in the divine feminine renaissance. Imagine that. So who are you if you're not trying to save the world is my question I want us all to ask today. Who are you if you are truly just embodying your human side that knows that just by embodying something joyful and connecting with your own inner child is saving the world? So this is the whole theme of today, and I hope we can understand that a little bit better. Okay. So I also want to call in Apollo for today's practice. Yes. And I'm interested. Okay, so would you say that both of you, it is accurate that you two are, I was trying to come up with the appropriate word for this. And I was like, sexually, no. And I kept, in my mind, I kept hearing like boinking, boinking. But there is like an energetic exchange happening that we as humans would equate it to sexual energy exchange. Yes. And so it's really funny because I have a friend, Lindsay. I don't think she's on here today. And I love having her as a friend because she's very psychic, but she doesn't have a lot of time to watch my lives. So she often has no idea what we're talking about. So it makes it especially special whenever she's like, hey, this just came across my mind. What do you think about it? And it'll be exactly about what I was talking about today. And so she texted me yesterday and she was like, hey, what do you think this means? I got this image of when I asked about Gaia's next upgrade. And she's like, yeah. And I got this image of like Gaia as this blue sphere, but I saw like this red ball of energy inside Gaia growing. And I was like, I don't know, but my brain immediately went to like, oh my God, it's like sun energy. That's Apollo's energy inside of Gaia. And I'm like, this is sexual. Yes. Jesus is watching, except his name is Yeshua. Yes, and I please invite you. I love the 144 aspect because you're incorporating some what you would call New Age ideology with some Jesus stuff. So please go look at the Yeshua's Truth video. I hope you're looking for water. Oh, yes, you can use it for water, but as of right now, I'm currently using it to channel interdimensional beings. And so, if you'd like to see the video in which I channel Yeshua, the consciousness you know as Jesus Christ, but that's not his real name, correct? Yeah. If you'd like to know his truth, go check out that video. Okay. But if you would like to stay around, please do so. You're welcome at our table. Just please show respect. Okay. So we are currently channeling the consciousness of our planet. Yes, and the god known as Apollo. And I have Emily Eaton's rendering, AI rendering that Gaia approved. So this is how she would like us to imagine her. Remember, they don't have a body, but they can in fact project themselves into pretty much anything. Pretty much anything. But yeah, that would be that one if they had to choose. Okay. So, oops, sorry. All right. So, we're in Wonderland, we're learning, and we're trying to have fun in the magic here because that is the whole point, especially when things feel out of control like they might right now in your neck of the woods, or if you look out the window that is our world news. We are here to shift things, but that fighting that darkness is really about becoming more fully alive. And I asked Gaia today about the Apollo energy inside. I'm like, so you're confirming this is sexual? Yeah, okay. And I was like, are you confirming that this energy inside, like it is solar energy? Yes. I was like, which is not new. Gaia's always been exposed to solar energy. Yes. But I asked, I was like, is it new that it's filling her up on the inside like that? And I kept getting a yes. So I'd love to hear what you get for that one because I kept being like, so this is what is happening. So my friend Lindsay saw an accurate representation of the upgrade Gaia is receiving right now, since we're calling it that. It's like a solar baby. Okay, which totally tracks with this whole metaphor Gaia's been giving us for the past months about her birthing this new reality that we are a part of. Yes. So let's explore. All right. First, discovering who you are. I want us to do an understanding. Is it true that many light workers are currently going through an identity transformation currently? Getting a yes. Have many of us light workers unconsciously and falsely tied our identity to saving others? Yes. And so is humanity learning that joy itself is part of the mission? Yes. It very much is. And we need to realize that creativity, laughter, music, and beauty are spiritual technologies. Yes. Yep. So choosing presence helps anchor timelines. Yes. Which makes so much sense if we live in a world that is constantly trying to distract us or make us afraid of the future or fill us with shame about our choices in the past. Like, of course, the present moment then would be our most powerful position to take and also the hardest for us to be in comfortably long term, which is why meditation is so important right now because it forces you to be nowhere else except for the here and now. So just an interesting paradigm shift instead of thinking of it as like, oh, something I can do if I've got extra time. We really should be thinking of like alone time or meditation, whatever you want to call it. Sitting in the present moment with nothing but yourself is crucial right now. Crucial. So, yeah. All right. So then, who are you when you're no longer trying to earn your right to exist? I want us to explore this. It's so important. Um, and I think it's very hard for us millennials to sort of explore this sometimes. Thank you, Rebecca, got my new camera. Because, at least for me, I think like, okay, part of me, if I were to be really honest, there's a part of me that isn't very spiritual at all. And I like playing video games. I like watching TV. I like watching, or I like reading books that probably aren't making me any smarter. It's like, and are those things something I should be ashamed about? No. It's like we need to realize that even though we were raised on some not so great high vibe things, right? They are still a part of who we are, and we need to embrace this part of us, you know? And by doing so, we make everyone able to embrace that part of themselves. It ripples out. And so, you know, Little Dale loved collecting stickers. I honestly still would probably love collecting stickers in a sticker book. They're cute. I still love coloring and coloring books. Like, it's so true. I am not always this wise intellectual person. Not at all. And like, we're not supposed to be. We're supposed to be messy. We're supposed to be real. And by being real, I will relate to more of you. We're not supposed to be like, and I'm not knocking any of the people who go through an awakening and then change the way they dress and everything like that. Like, there are parts of me that did change for sure. And the way I spoke, and maybe chose to adorn my body or treat my body post awakening. But ultimately, I feel like I've recalibrated back to being like, okay, so I am also weirdly connected to aliens and dragons and angels like everyone else. Okay. But I'm also a millennial girl who grew up in America and raised in suburbia. I'm like, there are things that are still worth exploring. We're here to have a grand old time. Yes. And so that's just something I want us to think about. I too have lost myself in this whole like, I've got to wake up everybody around me. Everyone's got to know. Like, it was like the sky is falling type of energy. And I'm telling you, if you can avoid going down that route, do it. It is not the way. You're more likely to make your partner wake up if you were to more fully embody who you truly are and fully be alive. What does that mean to be alive? It makes me think of that scene from the Disney movie Soul, where they're showing the souls like, now this is a soul that's completely like asleep, forgotten who they are. And I think it's the pizza sign flipping dude who's doing it. And I love that because it just shows like he's just a pizza flipper here, but on the astral he's like a shaman. And that's the thing, is we need to realize, us light workers, like right now in this lifetime, in this body, I appear to the average person, to the unassuming, as a normal mother, a suburban stay-at-home mom, who works at the dental office part-time. Like, I'm super normal, super part of the gang, super part of everything. But if they were to know that I'm literally saying I'm channeling aliens, angels, gods, I don't know what they would think, But I'm sharing my truth in a safe space. And I found people who appreciate it. And so that's new. I never would have found you guys if I hadn't faced my fear of being seen and judged. And I'm so grateful that I did. Because it's not just, I reasoned like it wasn't just for me. It's for the group project. Yeah. I'm not leaving this lifetime without making the biggest impact I can possibly make. And when the aliens started telling me that the only way to do that is to share your truth and be the most authentic, fulfilled version of yourself every day, well, then you don't have to tell me twice. I'm going to live, laugh, love my way to the top. I love that. Live, laugh, love. 1 billion plus on this room for everyone. Exactly. And I remember actually when the aliens started being like, you're gonna have to share your truth. And I was like, what do you mean? Like online? And they were like, yeah. I was like, no, 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 no. Like, I'm almost 40. Like, I don't even have a TikTok. Like, what are you talking about? And they were like, and I was like, and also surely there's people already talking talking to aliens online. And they were like, yeah, yeah, for sure. You're not the only one. They're like, but the point is we want to flood the market with truth, as much truth as we can. So if you ever on the fence, like ask today, is it for my highest and greatest good to start sharing online more of myself? Because it's like they explained it by doing so, I'm giving permission to someone out there. In the same way that when Emily Eaton started sharing online, she unknowingly gave me permission to be more of myself and put myself out there. So do it. Start the chain, become part of the chain gang. Flooding the market, yeah. Okay. Let's see. So following the thread. So now I want us to sort of tune in and see if we get anything with our own following our white rabbit of curiosity. And so, you know, discovering who you are isn't a massive revelation, not usually. Correct. It's really following a small thread of curiosity over and over again until you find something that you're like, "Ooh, yeah, and ride the wave of joy." I don't know if you can see my shirt. Oops, it's a surfing person on a wave, and he's a skeleton or she's a skeleton, but she's still having a great time. And I feel like this shirt captures the energy of this theme today. Like, I know things are crazy. I know, but trust me, ride this wave with me. Just know that there are some things that were never taught any of this, but had to figure it out. Yes, exactly. That's what I'm hoping. I want to make it easier. I'm embodying the big sister energy I came here to embody, and I'm trying to make you, my my celestial brothers and sisters, your time easier. Because that's the trick, right? I may have walked a path a few steps ahead of you, but I saved my notes for you so that you can speed past me. And that's the point. Is like no gatekeeping here. I'm here to show you the way, and the way is individual and within. Thank you, Rebecca. Okay, so following the thread, is there something that I've been repeatedly drawn toward that I keep dismissing? And tune in, feel what that's coming across your mind. Try and trust the first thing that comes through your mind. In other words, leapfrogging. Yes, I am here to help you ricochet past me, because that's the point. Is we are here to help each other, and to the point where it is so everyone is part of this. And so that's actually, so today I had this exciting time. So with my friend Lindsay being like, okay, there's this like inner solar energy sort of growing within Gaia. That's new. And Gaia did confirm that this is like a new shift in their energy fusion relationship. And this is 100% due to their more romantic connection. That's a new development as well. Okay. And so I was like, okay, well, fine. If this is so, this is like the next phase of your upgrade. Yes. I was like, then I want to know about this specific upgrade features. And so I was like, let's pick some cards. And so I picked some cards from the Golden Future deck, which I always talk about, by Diana Cooper. She is literally like the most angelic grandmother energy. I swear you love her. But she wrote this amazing book that I consider like a manual for the future. And we're also learning that not only is it a manual for the future, but it also is a memory into the past, because we have reached the golden age status before in the civilizations known as Lemuria and Atlantis. Yes. And so if you'd like to know more about that, go rewind to my previous Rod's Lives with Apollo. We talk more about those cultures and civilizations. Okay. Oh, Diana Cooper, The Golden Future, if you want to screenshot it. This is the Oracle deck that goes with her book. But the book is fabulous. And so I had Gaia and Apollo give me 3 cards that they wanted to explain are part of this upgrade. I myself am leapfrogging all the way around my outline today because I just had you guys ask, is there something I'm reportedly drawn to that I keep dismissing? I got a yes. My brain went to dancing. And I know Stephanie said this too, like I'm feeling like belly dancing. All of it feels very body that for some reason I'm not doing. But I feel like my next phase of joy and alignment mission is like body connection. Because I enjoy martial arts. I enjoy feeling like my body can be a weapon. That's just, maybe it's just I have so many warrior lifetimes. It's just a thing about me. But being a mom and a suburban stay-at-home mom, you don't feel like much. It's hard to prioritize that. So that's my thing. That's the thing I feel like I've been avoiding. Would you say that is true? So that's something I will be prioritizing. So I hope you got something that you will be prioritizing back to get yourself back into alignment. And then you can ask, am I meant to create something instead of constantly consume? Yes. Have I been overcomplicating my purpose these days? Yes. We do that. We do that as humans. We overcomplicate, we overthink. We have bills to pay, according to the prophet bot over here. There's a lot of reasons why we don't prioritize joy. But we underestimate how impactful it would be to making the no bill payment reality a reality faster. Like, we underestimate how much joy and abundance are interlinked. So let's move on to the Gaia upgrades, because of course the 3 cards that they picked were so perfect. And the card numbers were actually, I think it was 3 or 4, 5, and 6, which was interesting as well. So the first card about Gaia's upgrades with Apollo's seeded energies, I'll say. Let's see. The first one I got was leisure and sport. Where is this card? Okay. Leisure and sport. Isn't that perfect with what we're talking about? Leisure and sport. Look at that. They still have games. They have birds. So pretty neat. Without work, as we currently know it, people will have much leisure time in the golden future and the mindset to enjoy it. These high energy souls will need to express themselves physically. So in each area, there will be communal sports facilities freely available for everyone to use. In fifth dimensional consciousness, everyone is totally honest and respectful of equipment, so it will be left in sports halls or open spaces for everyone to use. Clear, pure lakes and pools will be constructed in recreation areas where communally owned boats will be moored and all manner of fun water sports equipment will be available. In the new consciousness, there's no loneliness. Everyone feels they belong and is open and friendly, so people naturally congregate together and invite others to participate in their activities. So you are being asked to review how you spend your free time. Do you participate in activities and do you encourage others to join in? Do you share equipment and possessions and treat them with respect and care? Are you exercising your physical body in an optimum way? The high priest Zeus set up the original Olympic Games during the golden era of Atlantis. Everyone took part for enjoyment and fitness and to practice excellence and cooperation. Ask Zeus to oversee the way you enjoy activities or sport in your leisure time, for this will become increasingly important as we move towards the golden future. Fun, enjoyment, relaxation, physical expression, and togetherness are qualities much prized in the new paradigm. So very, very cool. Exactly what we were talking about, right? Like right on the nose. So let's ask, because I went to that section. So Gaia's first highlighted upgrade is not survival, but all about leisure. Yes. And so is is this basically asking humanity to reconnect with more play and movement right now? Yes. Is joy part of the Apollo upgrades that Earth is experiencing? Yes. Very cool. So is movement helping humans physically process these upgrades? Yes. Okay. So yes, we are moving. Are we currently in the timeline in which all of that in a card becomes true? Yes. We are moving towards a timeline in which we will have more time, more leisure time. Yes. I know it doesn't feel like it now, but it probably at sometimes hanging out with me, it probably feels like I am super toxic, positive. Yeah, I totally get that. But I feel like I'm meant to anchor in this truth that this is where we're moving to, and it's not as far away as you may think. So it happens faster the more you decide to play into this frequency too. So please play with us. And if you don't have a community, like this makes me all think that the Apollo dance parties have been like massively helpful. We have a Discord. If you are looking for community, please come and join ours. We have a Discord in which we do ecstatic dance parties. Tonight, we're going to be watching episode 2 of Westworld and painting or crafting together if you would like to join that as well. So please come and join our Discord. Message me for more information. If you are in the Discord, please post the link in the comments now. Like, it's really cool. It's very activating, as Stephanie is saying. It's like we are doing more than just dancing. We are just dancing too, but it's so much more. Yeah, it's just important. So it's literally connecting us, moving the energies out, and we're also intentionally calling in these God beings. So it's just good. Come join. Come join. Okay. It feels very tuned in with this and the Apollo upgrades. And it is actively helping the group project that we call Let's Get to 5D. We want motherships. So, card number 2, it was family relationships, which struck a nerve with me because family is tough. And I'm sure it is for many of you because I am surrounded by family that really doesn't see me. And I don't think would you say that I don't think they really are supposed to, which is tough. That's a tough pill to swallow because there's nothing, I mean, all of us want to be seen, heard, loved. That's it, ultimately, right? But so many of us light workers are denied that purposefully because we're meant to be pushed out to find our soul family. Yeah. In which we can be ourselves truly without any judgment. Last night I haven't really, my husband is not awake. I would classify him as supportive but ignorant on everything that I'm doing. But last night I felt brave or foolish. Would you say I was more brave? Hold on. More brave than foolish. Yes. But earlier I feel like Apollo was like foolish. And I may have said a little too much about what I've been up to. And today he was like, I'm kind of disturbed. And I was like, yeah. Yeah. And I was like, dang. Well, that's not cool. And so I was like, well, I understand it's disturbing. And I understand that I probably say it a lot more casually than maybe someone like you is ready to hear it, like, because it's news to you. It's brand new information. It's not new information for me, but it just goes to show your husband is the same way. Yeah, it's like, but I asked today, I was like, am I supposed to include him in, oh no, I was like, am I supposed to include my husband in any of this that I'm doing? I was like, no. Like, I think a lot of us are realizing that we as women are leading the charge. And I know that there are a lot of relationships that don't make it when one partner awakens before the other. Yeah. But in my case, I feel he's meant to support me while I keep reaching. And I know he hates to hear this, but I was like, one day it'll make sense to you. But damn it, that one day better come soon. Mine wanted to institutionalize me. Yeah. Sometimes I think mine does too. I think there is a part of mine that does. I think there's a part of mine that truly is concerned that I am unwell. But I mean, I may talk some crazy stuff, but every other part of my life, I'm completely grounded and secure. So that's my advice to y'all is stop trying to convince, be weirder, more confident in your weirdness, and trust you are aware the thing you are doing is meant for finding water. One of the uses, yes, you can use it to find many things, but I am currently demonstrating how to use it to communicate interdimensionally. So welcome to class. I am currently channeling the consciousness that we know as Gaia, yes, aka our planet Earth. It has a consciousness. What? And it's aware of us. And it technically wants to be like thought of as this mother nature, mother energy. She thinks of us as her children. So my husband tells me, do not tell anyone what you're telling me. Yeah, he actually said that to me last night. He was like, please don't tell anyone. And I was like, of course not. I was like, well, I mean, well, I tell people that want to learn about it, but no, I am fully aware that what I'm saying sounds completely insane. Actually, like hysterically insane if you were to say it all out loud. The truth of how our world operates compared to how we thought it did is comically insane sounding. I know that. As an intelligent person going through awakening, we know that. I mean, but how do we talk about these things? We got to start somewhere, right? Like, I understand that saying, yep, aliens are real and also some are hidden and running as parts of our government for years. It sounds totally crazy. And I have no proof, so where could we go with it? But I always tell him, I told my husband this morning, I was like, look, I totally understand you have every right to think I'm crazy. I was like, but I hope for a second you could play with the idea. I was like, just with some curiosity and an open mind. I'm like, what if I know that what I said sounds crazy and I still chose to say it, knowing that there is more likely that you're going to judge me than open up to it. And I still took the chance and shared it with you. I'm like, what if you played with that? And he didn't say anything. And I'm like, you know what? All you can do is leave it there. So you just leave it there. I know I did my part. And I acted without fear and was myself. And the rest is in God's hands. I scared my mom when I told her about my soul speak. It's true. I did word vomit. We do that. But you know, I always say like, uh, a lot of us are neurodivergent, so there's that. And so just as we give people a break when we know like a neurodivergent person is talking about something they're really passionate about, like we give them grace, even if we're like, okay, like I don't care so much about trains, but you do. And so give yourself some grace. There's no such thing as sharing the wrong thing. Would you say that? Yes. Sometimes it's not the right person or the right time, but just know that even if you felt it landed improperly, I feel like it's still there. It landed exactly the way it was meant to. And unfortunately, like I said, many light workers were realizing that we are purposely surrounded by people who are not supposed to understand the shit we're talking about. We're also surrounded by people we are also unfortunately supposed to trigger them just by being ourselves and talking about things that we like, which makes us super popular, right? Especially in family gatherings. I'm sure it's like, I totally get it. My whole family's kind of like, ugh, Dale. But What can I say? My curse is that I am very helpful and I know too much, and I'm surrounded by people who don't care or want to know anything. And so I found people who do. You. So yes, we're key. I'm key to disclosure. You're key. It's like we are part of the chain. I'm part of the chain, and I'm here to activate as many people as I can into their highest self embodiment, and just keeps and keeps going and keeps going. The web continues. So card number 2, family relationships. In the golden future, high frequency adults will only be interested in relationship based on true love. They will seek those that are mutually empowering. Family members will link heart to heart so they are constantly attuned to one another and make choices for happiness and harmony. Because everyone will be telepathic, communication will be totally clear and honest. Everyone will intuitively understand and honor the needs of all family members. Underlying concerns or emotional issues will be immediately addressed and respectfully honored, so everything will be open. This will create cheerful, contented, loving families. Every incoming soul will be planned and wanted. They will be nurtured as a precious part of the community as well as the family. So all children will feel completely loved and that they belong. Because they will receive fifth dimensional parenting, their gifts will automatically be physically and spiritually switched on. So this card is asking you to develop a heart-to-heart connection with members of your family and friends. Practice tuning into what others want and listening with your heart. At the same time, it is important to recognize and fulfill your own needs. When you are honest with yourself and give yourself respect, love, kindness, and whatever satisfies you, your relationship with yourself becomes more loving, contented, and empowered. Your sense of self-worth and happiness affect your family, loved ones, friends, and all those around you. And then it mentions Kuan Yin, a goddess of love. She's from the Chinese pantheon, helping high frequency families attune to one another for the highest good. Ask her to help you create a golden aura of happiness, love, and wisdom and understanding. Ground yourself and your loved ones. Visualize yourself and your family in this golden cocoon. That's beautiful. And I feel like, yeah, that's something. These are upgrades that we can tune into and see the. I feel like they're mentioning these were some things that was available to us, yes, but that now we may start noticing more obvious improvements with our intention to have things heal and improve. That's how it feels. The book is called Golden Future by Diana Cooper. Fabulous book. Talks about the 5D golden future, but also, we're learning that a lot of this was real back in Lemurian and Atlantean times. So, specifically, the cards I asked for today are about the recent Apollo Gaia fusion upgrades that are happening, in which my friend Lindsay even felt like Gaia's consciousness is becoming. Would you say that Apollo and Gaia's consciousness is merging to create something new? Yes. And is that thing new going to be Gaia's new consciousness? Yes. Interesting, right? So I'm asking about some of the upgrades of this specific Apollo Union upgrade, and they brought up leisure and sport, family relationships, and education was the last one. Education. Says, in the golden future, it will be recognized that teachers will have vitally important roles. They will be respected and revered. More emphasis will be on the right brain, creativity, and experience, and less on the left brain, absorption of other people's knowledge. High quality teaching programs will bring forward pupils' individual gifts. There will be much more focus on social skills and communal responsibility, as well as spiritual and psychic development. Young children will practice relaxation, visualization, and mind control, the foundation for manifestation. Older ones will receive advanced meditation and psychic training. Loving kindness, generosity, and caring for plants and animals are all fundamental parts of fifth dimensional living and will be practiced by youngsters of all ages, as well as working with crystals and connecting to the stars. As much education as possible will take place outside in nature. Very cool. So yeah, very interesting. It's saying there may be a gift, skill, or quality or latent knowledge that's time for you to develop that will bring you satisfaction. So it's saying take some time to explore your qualities and talents and remember you are unique and special and are ready to bring more of your soul forward. I mean, how perfect are all those three cards for exactly what we were talking about? When I literally was like, the theme of today is, hey, lightworker, who are you truly? Those are like the three things you can do today to help you embody more of your authenticity today. Connect physically with your body, tune in emotionally with family and friends, connect community wise. And the last one was like, learn something new. And I feel like it's especially supposed to be something that like something that maybe not as useful, it feels like. That only benefits you, like that you would love to learn, even if nobody understands. Like I feel like that's the extra special thing you should look into. Um, so yeah, you never know where it will lead. For me, it was hypnosis, and that led to alien contact. And now I'm wearing a wizard hat on TikTok Live, and I have a whole community of people who look forward to these lives. And it's only been a few months. Like funny things happen the more you explore and follow that white rabbit of curiosity. Let's see. Okay, so education. So I mean, I want those schools now. Yes. Would you say that these schools are currently in development stages now? In development stages now. Yes. Okay. And would like, I mean, they sound like Hogwarts. It's like a version of Hogwarts. Yes. But it's like a balanced nature Hogwarts. Yes. And they're going to be as common as we have schools, public schools currently. Like everywhere. It's going to become the default. It sounds to me like Finland, like the way Finland raises their youth already. Yeah, they already are people would call them radical, but they believe that children should be outside more than they are here. Who would have thought? Anyway. Okay, so I also want to do a meditation before we end today. Before we end today, my friend reached out to me. I know that I'm talking about a lot of positive future timelines when it feels like right now the current is a disaster. But specifically, I wanted to touch very briefly on the hantavirus timeline story that is starting to play out in the news. And so I want to ask, is it in our highest and greatest good to ask about the hantavirus? Yes. Okay. Obviously, there's possibility. Is this hantavirus story being pushed to be a bigger concern than it really will be? Getting a yes. Is it being pushed to increase our fear? I'm getting a yes. And so do ask yourself, do I need to be concerned about this story? Could say yes. But I mean, do I need to be concerned, worried about this story? No. Okay. Is there a probability, a very high probability that this hantavirus will be contained and go quiet? I'm getting a yes. Okay. Is there a high probability that the hantavirus spread will become a massive outbreak? Getting a no. Okay. But remember, we are going to see more like headlines like this, where it's going to be, yes, a scary thing that is real. Sure, yes. But they're going to make it seem like it is way worse than it is. That's the point. It's a systematic. I think of it as like trying to hook you, like hook them, reel them in to the gravitational fear pull. Don't let it get you. They want us to get stuck looking at the fear. And so that's what I really want this meditation that we do to be about. I know that it feels like we're in a storm. I've said this before, but I want us to embody like the violinists on the Titanic ship. Okay. They didn't panic. They realized I have a choice here. Panic about what is going on or choose joy and embodiment. And they did. And so I want us to embody this. And I feel like this shirt is all about that. He's dead, but he's still having a great time. We're here on Earth and it's Wild West craziness. Nod to the Westworld show episode tonight. Please come check it out on a Discord. But like, we're here to have a good time in the face of dark times. So thank you for being new. Oh, you have these pants. Thank you. They're my faves. So comfy. Okay, so we're going to move into our meditation part. Alexa, volume up 3. Okay. Everyone get comfortable. Oh, I got the puzzle piece. Okay. Afro Daisy says religion is no more woo-woo and wacky, but because it's institutionalized, people inherently believe those beliefs are more legitimate, even when they believe in the same deity. It's so true. I know, but they're all going to get it. I mean, I struggled to accept gods are real and well, plural, and now I'm literally connecting with them in a public audience. Like, it's just funny. Life is funny. But I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm loving this chapter of my life. It's been the weirdest, but most true Dale I've ever been. So, it's funny because I never shared this kind of stuff on Facebook or Instagram. Only strangers on TikTok ever made me feel truly belonging. So thank you. Okay. Now I'd like to do a meditation with Apollo and Gaia. I'm going to call it the Apollo Love Baby. The baby daddy meditation. Okay. Well, Alexa, volume up. All right. And so Apollo and Gaia, do you want to participate in this meditation? Yes. And we're going to do, is 2 minutes sufficient? Yes. Okay. Everyone, take a deep breath in. It is meditation. Okay. Let's see. Where's my meditation? Okay. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And imagine yourself standing barefoot upon the earth. The soil warm beneath your feet. The scent of rain beginning to rise into the air. Dark storm clouds roll across the horizon. But strangely, you're not afraid. The trees around you begin to sway, their branches dancing wildly in the wind, not resisting the storm, moving with it. Feel Gaia beneath your feet, alive, breathing, ancient. Her heartbeat pulsing upward through the earth into your body. And above, far beyond the clouds, you feel Apollo, radiant golden sunlight pouring downward like liquid gold. A golden beam descends from the heavens. A green and blue light rises upward from earth. And within your heart, they meet. Solar consciousness, earth consciousness, merging within you. You realize you were never separate from this transformation. You are part of it. Now, the rain begins to fall. Cool drops against your skin. And one by one, you begin to laugh. Not because the storm is gone, But because you finally understand, you can still live within it. And suddenly, others begin appearing around you. More and more people stepping into the rain, dancing, laughing, spinning beneath the storm clouds, no longer postponing joy, no longer waiting for permission to live. And as more people join together, something extraordinary begins to happen. The clouds slowly begin to part. Light pierces through the storm, and across the sky, rainbows begin appearing. Colors unlike you have never seen, flowing through the heavens, through the rain, through the trees themselves. Some people are still staring only at the storm clouds, but you can see the rainbows now. You know they are real. You know the new world is already beginning. And now simply allow yourself to dance in the rain with humanity, feeling the joy, the connection, the laughter, feeling what it's like to stop fearing the storm and start living fully within the moment together. I want you to sit with this feeling of joy and connection for the next 2 minutes. Okay, that was the end of 2 minutes. When you're ready, I want you to take a deep breath in, feeling Gaia beneath you, Apollo above you, and the rainbow bridge alive within your heart. And gently return to your body, knowing that you do not need to fear the storm anymore. May we remember how to live, how to laugh, and how to love Earth again, and how to become the rainbow while others are still looking for the sun. Okay. Thank you so much. I feel like my shirt inspired today's meditation. And so I was like, you know what? This is timely. So thank you so much for joining me for today's rods practice. Let's ask Apollo and Gaia if that was sufficient. Okay. You're welcome, guys. Okay, Apollo and Gaia, are you there? Yeah. Um, so have we completed the Apollo baby daddy fusion activation? Yes. Okay, good. And so did we does doing that type of meditation help push Gaia along? I feel like help push that birth along. Yes. So keep doing it, keep connecting because anchoring in joy is the way. It is the way. And so if you are feeling stagnant or if you're feeling pulled by the darker things that are currently going on, please join us on the Discord. Please find our community, join a community because we're stronger together. And we're going to dance it out. When in doubt, dance it out. And tonight we're going to watch Westworld. So please come be a part of that. That's going to be 8 p.m. Central on our Discord as well. And if you haven't already, please move over to the YouTube. I'm trying to grow the YouTube. And I see that we're also about to hit 10,000 on TikTok. I'm super excited for that. Thank you so much for those of you who have been following the journey with Stephanie and I as well. We're so excited. Tomorrow is Thursday, so I will be back on here again at 1 p.m. with another rods practice. And then tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central, Stephanie and I will be channeling and interviewing Prometheus 2.0. And so, woohoo, it's going to be like the finalization. And so let's quickly call in Prometheus. I want to see Prometheus. I would like to call in the consciousness of Prometheus. When you're here, please show me yes. And I got a burp. Okay. Prometheus, are you excited about your interview tomorrow? Yes. I really don't know what the vibe will be like. But I have a feeling it's gonna be a good surprise. Yes. And so please be there for us tomorrow night. Thank you, Bruce, for including the pinned comment on the Discord link. Please join us. Bruce is our resident ecstatic dance DJ. And so it's just a good time. You need to be there. And I just bought myself laser lights. I will definitely be there for the next live. It's going to be awesome. So thank you so much for being here with me. I love you guys. I love you. I love me. Let's make this world what we want it to be. Go out there and move your body. Go out there, have fun, and go out there and love. Live, laugh, love. I love that. Live, laugh, love, and we will change the world. All right. Love you guys. And bye, guys.